What's up, guys? This is Bobby Douglas. Welcome to another 2020 NBA Draft Prospect full game video breakdown. Today we're going to be taking a look at Logan Junior College product Jay Scrubb. Jay Scrubb spent the last 2 seasons at Logan JUCO before ultimately deciding to forego his remaining collegiate eligibility and enter the NBA draft. He was originally committed to play at Louisville next season, but he decided to bypass the traditional college route and go straight for the NBA. He's looking to become the first junior college prospect to be drafted since 2004. I think that was Dante Smith out of Southeastern Illinois College. So yeah, he's obviously a little bit of a trailblazer. And listen, I really like Jay Scrubb's game. The only reason why I have him as a second-round prospect is just because he's taking the junior college route. Obviously, his skills are going to pop out a lot more against this inferior competition as compared to most Division I schools. But, you know, I really like his game. I think he's a very smooth player. He can play probably two or three in the NBA, I would say. Really nice shot form, fluid release, fluid handle. Just a total scorer. And the game we're going to watch today, it's the Region 24 Championship. And Logan's going to beat Vincennes University, and Jay Scrubb's going to have 36 points. So, yeah, you'll see him fill it up here. And again, I really like his overall shot versatility. He just has a scorer's mentality. Defensively, he has tools, but he needs to establish a better effort and motor on that end, I would say. But yeah, overall, I do enjoy his game, and right now I have him as an early second-round prospect. I want to say I have him at around 43 or 42 on my big board. So with that, let's get right into it. He's going to be number 1 in the white, so I'm going to circle him with my mouse right here. This game's a little bit hard to see the numbers and things like that, so I apologize, but this is the best I could do on YouTube, and this is a pretty good game to watch as well. So with that, let's get right into it. And so again, he's going to be number 1. He has the ball right now, and he's going to pass it off to his point guard. Logan also has just some giant 7'2" center, number 33. You just look at him, and he's just a monster down low. I think his name is Jamarion Smith, or Jamarion Sharp, I want to say is his name. And he's going to be going to college after this season, I believe, or after this upcoming season, so class of 2021 JUCO. So that's a name to keep an eye on, I guess, just because look at how tall he is compared to everybody else on the floor. And so again, Jay Scrubb's on the weak side block right now. Looks pretty disciplined. I like that he's moving his feet. A big criticism of Scrubb is that he just doesn't really show that effort off the ball or that motor. He tends to look lazy, apathetic on defense, especially when he's not guarding the ball. He has the tools. He can stay in front of people if he wants to, but just getting that consistent effort and production out of him on that end. But I do think he has it in him to defend, and let's see what he does here. He's going to pull up for 3, it looks like, and he's going to bury that. Again, just a really... Listen, he was only a 33% three-point shooter, which isn't great for a guy like him, but overall, I do buy that stroke. And again, it's really smooth. And again, you can pull it off the dribble. You can do things like that. Right there, he almost got a steal. Had his back turned a little bit the wrong way, and you can see right now he's going to be bringing the ball up the floor again. He's just he's pretty much a combo guard. Could probably play to 3 as well because that frame is really encouraging. We could see him get to the lane right there. Just couldn't really get elevation enough. He is a pretty solid athlete, though. Again, all the physical tools you would want in a prospect. It's just some of the intangibles are a little bit concerning. He had been suspended earlier this season for Logan. He's had academic issues pretty much his entire career. That's why he took the JUCO route initially. And so there are a lot of discipline concerns. He's been kicked out of a few games this past season, I believe, as well. So right there you saw him just kind of get beat on the pump fake. Again, just lack of discipline overall as a defender. Here's the replay of that 3 we're going to see. And yeah, that should be a 3. I think they're going to rule it a 2, though. Oh, never mind. But, yeah, I don't know what we got going on here. But again, I do think, I think he could figure it out. And again, if he does figure it out, I think he's going to be a really solid NBA player. Reminds me a little bit of what Kevin Porter Jr. was coming out of USC. Right there, a really nice drive with his left hand and a good finish against contact, where Kevin Porter Jr. was obviously had some off-the-court issues at USC, and it caused his draft stock to fall, but he had a really good season this past year in Cleveland. And, he's a really promising rookie. He slid to the end of the first round when he probably was a lottery talent. I'm not saying Jay Scrubb's necessarily a lottery talent, but I do think if he were at Louisville and he didn't really have the off-court stuff, I think he would be a pretty solid first-round prospect. So, there is hope for him, I think. And again, these guys tend to figure it out at some point in their careers. So I'm hoping that Jay Scrubb is one of them. And, I really because I really do buy his on-court talent. I think that's a legit asset that he does have and that he can bring to an NBA team. Because the guy can fill it up from all three levels. He's just a really nice athlete. And again, defensively, he hasn't really shown a whole lot of hasn't really shown a whole lot of caring on that end, but I do think he is capable. Right there, a nice little pull-up jump shot. So right now we've seen a pull-up 3, we've seen a pull-up mid-range 2, and we've seen a really nice layup, all with the left hand, of course. And again, I said earlier, 3-level scorer. We've already seen him score from all 3 levels, and it's the first 3 minutes and 15 seconds of this game. So, and you can see him off the ball right now. He's in that left wing, I believe, weak side. And here he is on the ball. See, again, he can move his feet really well. It's just a matter of just being more engaged defensively, being more disciplined. But it's not a foot speed issue. It's not a lack of athleticism issue. So I do think that's encouraging. And again, guys like Jay Scrubb could be a diamond in the rough in this draft, in my opinion, just because that scoring ability is there from all 3 levels. I know he hasn't played the toughest competition, but he looks really impressive in all of his film for junior college. Right here, he's going to pull up off the 3, and he's going to drill that again. Oh, it's a long 2, it looks like. But still, again, really smooth stroke off the dribble. It's actually a better stroke coming off the dribble than it is in terms of catch and shoot. Catch and shoot, it's a little bit more set and slow. Off the dribble, it's really fluid, though. We saw it right there. Again, perfect release, perfect ending as well. And so he's had a really impressive start. And remember, he's going to have 36 in this game, and he already has 9, I want to say. Looks like we got a foul right here, so I'll skip these free throws. And here we go. So yeah, he's really coming off strong in this game. And remember, this is a tournament game. This is like a championship to go to the Junior College Nationals. They obviously didn't end up happening because of coronavirus, but this is a big-time game at the JUCO level. I think it's Region 24. Yeah, their championship game. I think Vincennes was like the defending national champs too. So, and I don't think they had beaten Vincennes until this game either. So, maybe I could be wrong on that, but they had played each other 2 or 3 times before this. So we got a block here, it looks like. So I'll skip ahead. Looks like we're going to get a replay here. Oh, yeah, that's just a 3 and the foul that we saw. So again, right there, he went for the alley-oop with him. He couldn't really get a good handle on it. Not a great pass or a great decision, really. But again, you did see the activity he did show on the offensive glass right there. I think he got credit for that putback as well. So I do like the stick-to-itiveness that he displayed on that possession. And hopefully he can translate it to a good possession on defense right here. And so again, you could tell he was going for a little bit of a steal, reached in with his left hand. Maybe a little bit more of a stunt would have been in order right there, but I get not wanting to leave that strong side shooter. Again, so far he hasn't really shown. I think he's been okay on defense. I don't think he's shown anything that's worthy of concern thus far, but just the rap on him going into this game is that he can be a rather apathetic defender. But so far, I think he's done a fine job. Not like yesterday with Abdoulaye Ndoye, where he just looked like he didn't have a care in the world on that. And there's Scrubb with the rebound. He's going to also have, I believe, 7 rebounds in this game as well. So again, he's just a rangy combo guard, I would say. He could also play the 3, so, I really like his game a lot. And, there's going to be the question of whether or not he should have gone to Louisville for a year. Listen, I get it. If he's going to be drafted, I kind of think it's the right decision for him to go right there. Bad pass from his teammate. Nice finish as well, but not on Scrubb. And here he is coming down the floor again. See, that's a pretty high-level feed. I like that open court passing. He is pretty good at. He has shown flashes of being a decent passer. When he has the space, a lot of time though, he will just try and drive the ball, and usually in pick and roll, he'll have trouble locating kick-out passes, and usually in the pick and roll, he will end up shooting the ball. So I do think he needs to work on that a little bit more if he wants to be a secondary initiator. We're going to see a replay of that 3 right there. But, yeah, he is pretty notorious for having just really bad tunnel vision at times. Can get out of control with his dribble, things like that. So, obviously, he's pretty rough around the edges, but I think the natural scoring ability and the natural talent overall, I think, is legitimately there. And, listen, in a draft like this where it's going to be kind of like, it's going to be very, draft boards are going to be significantly varied across the league just because of what teams need and value. A guy like Jay Scrubb who can come in, who can get buckets off the dribble, I think he has a pretty valuable role in the NBA. So I think he'll for sure hear his name called on draft night. I don't think that's a real concern. Right here, let's see what he does with the left hand, and yeah, probably a forced shot. And again, you can see probably right there, you probably want to pass it out there. He might have drawn a foul there. Let's see. No, it doesn't look like any foul. Maybe on the ground, but again, just kind of gets tunnel vision at times. And so he's really just kind of wired to score, but that's really all he's wired to do at this point. But again, his talent is just really exciting in a draft class that doesn't really have a whole lot of excitement and eye-popping talent. So again, here's Scrubb, weak side. Again, he looks pretty locked in for this game right now, I gotta say. He doesn't really, again, I haven't really noticed him being being really apathetic defensively. I think he's looked pretty solid thus far. Had one or two nice stops in isolation as well. That's what he does right here. Again, nice job kind of recognizing that pass. He's going to get an assist for that as well. Again, you can see the fluidity with that dribble, a little between the legs crossover, and then immediately spins around and gets that left-handed hook pass to an open shooter, and he knocks it down for him. Right, that's a pretty interesting play. Let's see what he does here. So he's going to be in the open floor, and that's going to be a charge. Yeah, easy call for the official. Overall, though, I did like that defensive awareness that he did show. He was a little bit turned around initially, but he was able to take up enough space and kind of cut off that drive while also maintaining close enough contact with his man who is on the perimeter. On that offensive possession, though, you can just see the out-of-control nature of his game. He did try to Euro him, but really just didn't really get enough extension on that, and he just ended up barreling right into him. I would have liked to see him maybe drop it off to his teammate right there or just go up for a nice left-handed floater. Either way would have been better than what we saw on that possession. And there's the pass again. We're going to see it. And yeah, we didn't see the crossover before, but so Scrubb's on the weak side again. Right there, actually, he showed pretty good anticipation skills. He immediately knew where that pass was going. He was able to leave his man on the perimeter, and he kind of just went with his gut and went to cover the guy on the block. Actually made the right play. It ended up being a foul, but overall, I did like that read from Scrubb. So Scrubb's in that corner right now. We can't really see him in the frame. Here he is with the ball in his hands. And there's that Jamarion Sharp, he just looks gigantic We're going to see it. I want to watch this again because this guy, I think, could be scary good. Oof. We got a timeout right here, so I'll skip this. We got free throws here. So Scrubb again's on that weak side right now. And again, I do like that he has his head on a swivel. He seems to be pretty engaged defensively. So maybe this is the exception to the rule. But overall, I do like his defensive awareness right now. And here he's with the ball. Haven't seen him go right yet. Probably want to see that a few times. He's gone left all the time, looks like, so far. Oh, yeah, and pay no attention to that clock. That's totally off, so. Now that clock's back on. And so again, that's the second time I've gone to that alley-oop play. That time he just couldn't finish. Better pass, but again, I'm not really a huge fan of that play. Just because he has no running momentum, and that's like a hard play to finish for a guy at his size. I mean, I only run that usually for a guy who's 6'10 or taller. And yeah, that's a tough play for him to finish. I don't really fault him for that. And this game is getting pretty up and down. Let's see if he hits this three. He does. And again, that's a little bit of the catch and shoot game you saw right there. Again, took one little jab step, and then he decided to pull a trigger from three, and he knocked it down. And again, it's a really sweet stroke, I gotta say. Yeah. Right there, maybe his first defensive lapse, I would say. Turned his back towards the ball and kind of got beat. Probably should have been there with the help. That's his first real defensive lapse, and that's even not as bad. So here he is on the ball. And again, that's the second time he's gotten beat off the pump fake, but I do like the hustle to get back and contest that shot. Again, it's a little bit maybe too energetic defensively when he's on the ball. It tends to bite on shot fakes a very real amount of time. So that's the second time I think we've seen him do that this half. So just being a little bit more disciplined as a whole will help him a lot, I would say. Here he is. Let's see what he does. Again, nice kick out right there. And again, that is a major issue with him, is that he does tend to get tunnel vision right there, though. I think he did a nice job combating that and finding his open teammate, which led to free throws for Logan. Here's Scrubb on the ball. Let's see what he does. And again, pretty solid stance. Looked pretty locked in. Bent his knees well. And again, that length, I do think he can probably guard smaller players. He definitely can switch down. Switching up may also be in his future as well, being able to guard those combo forwards with a little bit more frequency, assuming he gets a little bit stronger, obviously. Because he does have a very encouraging frame. And again, he's going to pull up off the dribble, and probably not a great shot right there, but I understand why he takes it. And again, that's what he does offer, that off-the-dribble game. Again, just totally comfortable scoring from any situation and any type of action. That's what I really enjoy about Jay Scrubb. And right there, just a little bit short on that three. And here he is on the ball again. Again, moved his feet really well. Stayed in front. Let's see how he handled that screen. They're going to hard hedge. Yeah, and you can see right there, I wouldn't have walked back that far. It's going to be Logan's ball, but you could see that Scrubb was kind of just not involved in the play, even though that's a minor critique, obviously. But again, good job on the rip through. Let's see if he hits this. That's another tough shot I'm not a huge fan of. Even though he looked good getting it off and everything. I would have liked to see him maybe attack towards the rim a little bit more. I think he may have had a step on his defender. So he got a foul on Logan. Not really involved on that defensive possession. And here he is with the ball. Let's see what he does. See, that's a pretty good pass, I think. We got a foul here. But I think he's pretty good passing out of basic actions. You know, when he's looking for a pass to make, he's pretty good. It's just kind of that spontaneous creation where he does struggle. Yeah. So again, I think his best role in the NBA is probably a hybrid 2-3. Maybe can run a little bit of secondary pick and roll, but overall, I do just like him as kind of an off the bench spark plug for your bench, a guy who could come in, defend ideally, and just fill up the cup as well. So again, Scrubb's kind of chasing his man around screens. There's another 3 for Vincennes. I want to see him go right one of these times. Let's see, he does. Looks like he's going to get a screen and roll. Right there, he was going to go right, but then he kind of switched back to his left, and he got a little bit lucky getting that block call. That could have gone either way. Probably the right call was made, I'd say, but you know, I do want to see him attack with his right a little bit more. And again, that's the type of thing that'll get eaten alive in the NBA. Just he'll have to learn how to go right. I get it in JUCO. I'm pretty sure the left will be open all the time for a guy like Scrubb, but you know, I think in the NBA he's gonna have to learn to use his other hand. So again, here he is posting up. Let's see what he does here. So yeah, that's a really nice basket. Again, he is a guy who will probably draw some smaller defenders on him, and if he's comfortable taking it into the post and then finishing with that nice little floater jump hook hybrid shot that he just did, I think that's a pretty impressive thing to add to his resume. And yeah, so I like what we saw right there. Yeah, here it is again. So he's posting up a smaller defender. Again, barrels into him, and then nice touch on that floater. We got free throws here, so I will skip ahead. Looks like it was a turnover on Scrubb. To do this here, and that's just a massive block. Oh, we got called for a foul, but again, that's probably his most explosive play right now. We're gonna see it again right here, and look at how high his head was at the rim, going up for that chase down block. He's not happy about the foul call, but that shows his explosive athleticism that we haven't really seen thus far. But damn, that was pretty impressive. So again, another pass out of a basic action. So I do like that he's kind of looking for that pass, right? It's just a matter of when he's driving, can he really make reads on the fly and adjust quickly to the game in front of him? That remains up in the air. And here he is on the ball. Again, another solid, again, good defensive footwork right there. Lit his feet well. Ooh. Right there, he was off the ball again, and it looks like it's going to stay in bounds. And so here he is, Scrubb on the ball, and then his man passed it. Got another block for Jamarion Sharp. See what he does here. He's kind of just surveying the playing field. He's going to get a screen. And if he hits this, that's not a good shot. First of all, I don't like that he's just kind of standing up there with the ball on top. I get that he's waiting for a screen, but I would have liked to see a little bit more movement. And obviously he settled for that shot right there. I would have liked to see him use an escape dribble and then kind of reset the offense, but there we got another free for Vincennes. Ooh, nice crossover from 5. Let's see what happens there. Ooh, that's a really nice play. Scrubb wasn't involved at all, but that's just a fun play. So again, Scrubb's on the weak side right there. Good job going straight to the point of attack right there. Ultimately, that's not his fault for leaving his man because he did have to cut off that first pass. So I did enjoy that rotation from Scrubb. That was the right call. We got another foul here. I think we're going to have free throws. Maybe not. No. Probably could have been a foul there. Serious Scrub. I have no idea how much time is left because the clock is going at a very odd sequence. But Scrubb's off ball. You can see he's kind of upright right there, and right there, that's him on the help. He needs to be there. That's his first. Probably I would classify it as a bad defensive play. Right there, just totally just lazy on that help. His hands were on his knees his entire possession. So not a good way to end the first half. But overall, I think he did have some really impressive flashes, some really nice scoring moves. And overall, I did like his defense outside of that last play. So with that, I'll pause the video here, and I will see you guys for the second half. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something about a new player because I know he's a guy that's not on a lot of people's radars because he did take the junior college route. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like this and subscribe. That really helps me out. And other than that, we will see you for the second half. Thanks.